Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Capital Conflab. From rugby and football to korfball and kabaddi, we are here to take you through the very best of sport the wonderful city of Cardiff has to offer. So sit back, turn up the volume here on Capital Conflab. Well, as I said, thank you very much for joining us on this first episode of Capital Conflab. It's an introduction episode today, only just to sort of introduce ourselves, myself and Niall, and to give you a bit of background on who we are, what we love, and what we've planned for this show coming up. So, as I said, thank you for listening, and I'll hand over to Niall to. You can start, mate. You can have the floor.
I'm starting.
You can start. You can have the floor. Tell people who you are.
Well, my name is Niall. Currently working IT support, and I do trying to be a football coach. Hopefully, never know. Passion sport, obviously, but as you know now, football's my most common sport I like, but I also like rugby, tennis.
Just sport in general, we both love, really.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what. I mean, we got friends, I guess, originally, even though we were in the same school. I think football was the ceiling.
That was the common ground.
Was the common ground, absolutely. Back some, God, I don't even want to think how many years ago now. 13, 14 odd years ago. But like yourself, big fan of big City fans. Always have been. But I guess where this sort of came out of was we wanted to start off with a Cardiff City focused one, but I want to know more. I love football, and we will talk about football in depth, I'm sure, as this goes on. But there's a lot out there. The more I've seen, different fan bases and how different sports are changing. I've personally had a lot of interest in the hockey, in the Cardiff Devils, which is another thing.
Yeah.
Whilst it might not be your topic, that's something which I'm sure I'll be.
No, but this is what the podcast is all about.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting ideas, different sports, and learning about more, really.
We were talking about Gaelic football only yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah. Which was surprising.
Yeah, but
sport in Cardiff.
Well, as we've found out, there's many sports in Cardiff, not just the big ones of rugby football. So that's what we'll hopefully we'll get into those at some point. And if you're listening and you play one of these sports, if it's kabaddi or korfball or anything which is a bit outside what everyone's common ground would be, I guess, something which we wouldn't know, something we wouldn't be able to tell you in the slightest what the first rule of the game is, then we really want to hear from you. This is why we're doing it. We want to talk. We want to talk to people who are passionate about what it is. Just I did allude to it. I do sports journalism. That's me, mainly in Cardiff. But sport, it will be part of me, and I'm sure.
Sport's a very big part of your life.
Well, yes, I think that'll be the biggest understatement we make on the podcast as we go through. I think you're sitting next to a framed photo of footballers, and I've got more American football and God knows what football shirts and rugby shirts in my wardrobe, probably more than I do actual shirts. So that's. I hope that sounds like something you want to get involved in. If you're listening, I think we're both passionate about it, and I hope that comes across. So we're also bored. I think
everyone's getting a bit bored.
That's fair to admit. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there who are going to be sat twiddling their thumbs at the moment, looking for something to do. So we're going to make this. If you want to listen to it, then that would be great. I know my partner's currently sat in the next room, and she's not been in work for a few weeks. I think 5 now. I think we worked out 5 weeks and 5 days. So we're all going a little bit stir crazy. So hopefully we'll have sport back soon enough.
Soon enough.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So if you do want to get in touch, you're the Instagrammer. No, not.
I am.
Not myself.
Any stories, any Instagrammer,
anything,
clubs, or send that to Instagram page.
That'll be Niall's domain. I can't profess to be up with the gramming. That's not. It's not my field of expertise. Far from it. But we'll also have Twitter. That's already set up, and all the other usual podcast means of Spotify and the like. So this is just a quick one. We wanted to quickly introduce ourselves, but onto some. I guess I'm excited.
I'm very excited. I'm so happy you said
well,
yes.
Yes. We have already which is quite something really. We've already got 3 people from the area who have agreed, well, not necessarily originally from here, to come onto the show. We have someone very influential, I think it's fair to say, at the Cardiff Devils, who've already said that they're going to come on. So Devils fans, I know you're brilliant on social media. I've witnessed it firsthand myself, and the loyalty down that club is like something I've never witnessed before. So please give us a follow, because I'm sure that interview, which we're doing in a couple of days' time, it will be something you don't want to miss. If you are a football fan, if football's your stuff, this is so exciting. We
both of us, and like you said, the Cardiff fans.
Yeah, we've managed to agree to talk to. We won't give it away, but I think when saying this, it might actually give it away. We're going to talk to the goal scorer of one of the biggest, most important goals, I guess you could say, in Cardiff's.
Yeah.
It's definitely since we've been watching the game in the last sort of 25 years. One of the biggest goals to put the club going in the right direction. So that goal scorer from a particular game will be coming on, which that will be our next episode, which we're delighted about. And we've also got a Cardiff-born Olympian, former Olympian, has agreed to come on. So we've got it stacked as things start. We got a busy.
Quite a few weeks for that way.
Absolutely busy few weeks ahead. So I hope that you keep listening. Whilst we can talk sport all day, it would be lovely to hear from other people. And if you want to come on, we're more than happy for you to come on. Send us your stories. If you've got an opinion, if you disagree with what we say, if when we have this guest on, you say that goal's not important, I'd be surprised if you do. But if you've got to say, then let us know. We don't want hate, but
no,
we don't like hate, but we like a debate. We will toss over an argument about the best goal or the most important player or sport or whatever for, well, ever. I think it's probably fair. So stay listening to Capital Conflab. Follow us on the usual means, and when next episode will come out, we'll sort it out early next week, won't we?
Early next week.
Once we've had the pleasure of talking to a former Cardiff City football player. So until then, thank you from me.
Thank you from me.
And we shall see you then. Thank you for listening to the latest episode of Capital Conflab. If you have a story you want featured, then get in touch. But for now, until next time, you've been listening to Capital Conflab.